You've seen those videos, haven't you? Where someone's growing their natural nails underneath an enhancement. Usually BIAB says that, or tips. You can just simply grow the nail and pop the nail off and reveal the natural nail under there, right? Looks all good. I really want to keep my natural nail. That's not a reality. That doesn't happen. The reason why we can grow our natural nails underneath an enhancement that has been on there for a while, it's going to need about 2 months to be on there to grow enough to get yourself some length. Now, when you've got a little bit of length, an enhancement like a BIAB, a builder in a bottle, can work because you've got a little bit of a length. But anytime you get a longer length, you need a higher apex or you need a stronger product. But here's the reality. When you take off the enhancement, I've done that. When you put a builder in a bottle on, the idea is that it lets your natural nails grow. Well, of course, every enhancement lets your natural nails grow. Your natural nails are always going to grow under. But when we go about our life without enhancements on, the natural nails, they wear down and they break. And that's why we like enhancements, because it gives us nice, long, strong nails. But when we have the natural nail that's grown out for a few weeks, we have this. Now this looks like I could just put some stuff on it, just buff it up and put some stuff on it and it'd be good to go. But I'm going to tell you that this, I cannot grow on my own without an enhancement. I'll put a little oil on there. I cannot grow this without an enhancement. I have to have an enhancement to get this length. Now the length that I probably can grow it to is probably half this. I'm just going to shorten it down. I got to show you this first before I take it off. Now, my whole life, I got to tell you, I don't think I've ever grown my natural nails this long. I mean, with the enhancements on, yes, I've grown them quite long, but I can't do it without the enhancement. So I'm going to turn this sideways and I'm going to show you. I just want to demonstrate. Okay, that's my natural nail. Here is the enhancement that I could put on, right? And you can see how much arch it is. And the enhancement knows that it has to have that arch in order to support any kind of length, or this length that I'm demonstrating in this tip, right? That's why they built a bit of an apex on there to create the tip here simulating the arch. And I'm not talking about that it has to be a tip. I'm just talking about any enhancement you put on top of here. It has to be shaped like that. But see how flat that natural nail is? Most of our natural nails are like that. But look how thin this is. Look at this. I won't say this is paper thin, but look at that. That is super, super thin. So the next time I clean around a tub or make a bed, this isn't going to make it. This nail is not going to make it. Look at that. That is going to, that's going to snap off. Now I've got it moisturized, so it's nice and moisturized. It's got a lot of oils in there to keep it a little bit more flexible, but my natural nail is going to bust. And if it was drier, it's going to be really dry and it's going to be more brittle and it's going to break. So the natural nail length, I can normally grow it to, and I know this from before I had enhancements, I can only grow them till about this. This is about the length that I could actually grow them to on their own without any enhancement on them. I just put nail polish on and I could get them to this length. But after this length, I know in my history, they're going to break. So if I put a gel polish on, it's still going to break. It's going to provide a little bit more strength to it, but it's going to break. If I put a BIAB on it, it's going to go to this length. But BIABs aren't meant to go much longer than this either. So if you couldn't get your natural nails to grow this long, the BIAB will probably get you to this length, right? So you're going to need like an acrylic or a hard gel to get even longer. So my point is, if you're putting on enhancements with the understanding that you can remove them after your nails hit a certain length, once you remove that enhancement, even if you remove it properly, it's still going to break once you go about and do normal activities because it won't be able to handle it. If you couldn't get them long before the BIAB, you won't be able to keep them longer after you remove the BIAB, okay? So look at this guy. He's still going to be bendable and flexible. I personally don't like that feeling. It feels kind of icky, so I just shorten them right down. So if you're wearing a BIAB, that BIAB is allowing you to grow your nails a little bit longer than you normally would because you got a little bit of extra strength. And it's just allowing you enough strength to be able to grow it that little bit. That's why if you go really long, you don't want to stay with your BIAB unless you go really high in the arch. But you probably want to go with something stronger then, because you're just not going to get the strength for the length. So just remember, if you're going to remove your enhancements, shorten the natural nails down. They'll be much happier and they won't feel so awful. They're not going to be strong after if they weren't strong before. Okay? I hope that helps understand what's really going on with your natural nails when you have an enhancement on top. I hope that helps. Catch you in the next video.